I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos. Okay.
Yo, what's good, party people in the place to be? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all, man. We trying something a little new. I'm excited. G-Man for Life is in the building. My brother, Delano Steele, my real brother, Delano Steele is in Jr. is in the building. What's good? DSJ, the original. Pierre Moise, what's good? Punch nice. Chop Low is in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good, party people? What's good? What's good? I see y'all, man. I see y'all. Sam Holt is in the building. Myth is in the building. Josh, a.k.a. Uncle Fulio, is in the building. Stafford Don. What's good? Let me do something real quick, man. I'm going to throw this invite in the chat right now. Yo, we ain't going to mess around, yo. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let me get my peoples in here. Hey, Arthur Newell's in the building. What's good? What's good? Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. I'm with y'all at a different time. This is something new for me. This is something new for me right here. You know what I'm saying? Or new for us right here. A pregame? Man, we stepping up, huh? We stepping up, huh? C-Mac is in the building. What's good? What's good? Man, good to be with y'all, man. So today we have a Summer League game. Knicks versus Pistons. Yeah, man.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Ain't nothing to it. Look like you in a public place. Very
public. I'm stuck in the airport. My flight got delayed a whole hour. Yeah. My point exactly. Yeah.
Did you walk around and shoot everybody the bird, or are you maintaining?
I'm maintaining. I'm maintaining. I'm being an adult right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm being an adult right now.
You know, Uncle Freezy would have been like, "Yo, I need to talk to a supervisor, bro." Who can I talk to get this airplane off the ground on time?
Freezy, check this out. There's a couple of people you don't mess with, right? You don't mess with nobody that control your money, your food, or your flight. You don't want them upset with you at all. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm good.
Right. So you saying that we just want to make it there safe?
That's right.
What it is?
That's right. Okay. That's right. Regardless of what time I get there, I got some things I can do to pass time. You know what I'm saying? I got me a nice seat. I'm enjoying the view, the passerbys. You know what I'm saying? And everybody look at this shirt I got. They're like, oh, okay, all right. You know what time it is?
Right. For
sure.
He must be from out of town.
Is that what they really don't?
As they say, he must be from out of town, man.
Yes. He's not from here.
Yeah.
He's not from here.
Exactly. Wilson Dang is in the building. What's good? What's good? I see y'all. Alton Lee. What's good? Man, I'm excited about. Yo.
Hey, one thing I need to do that I didn't do this morning when we was on the morning drive. So I apologize to the people that were in the chat this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I should always be entering the building. Salute to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the ladies and gentlemen that's in the chat.
Yep.
And that's protocol, right? I broke protocol this morning. That's my fault. I jumped in. I was hot. I came in hot, Freezy. I came in hot. That's what happens when you come in hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I got all much love and respect for everybody that's in the chat.
Yeah, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody that's not here. That's coming through, hanging out, talking Knicks. Right now I'm working on. You know. If nobody else know, you already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on multiple things at one time, trying to juggle some stuff.
Yep.
So G-Man, how we'll do it is I'm gonna break this thing up into segments. So I'm gonna do this pregame Megamix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we talk about the Knicks. Chop it up with the chat. Oh Lord, who let Navy in here? Oh, who let Navy in here?
The one and only.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Josh, aka Uncle Julio. That's our guy right there. How you doing, bro?
Salute, man. I'm doing well. Good to see you guys. I know it's been a while, Freezy, but I've been working, man. I've been working, trying to stay busy. So I'm here.
Yeah, man. I bet you the Navy got y'all working at least 19 hours a week, bro.
He said 19 hours a week.
19 hours a week, bro. They can't take it. G-Man, I'm just saying, bro. Hey, G-Man, I'm going to say this to you. You might understand. But I'm whore, right?
Whore.
I'm whore, right?
No doubt.
When I say that, people have no idea. They're like,
what that mean?
Yeah.
No idea what that means.
You see what time it is right there. You see what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
I see it. I just don't understand it.
We're not gonna hold that against you, Josh. We're not gonna hold that against you. It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah. I mean, you can. Some people serve ice cream. Some people wait tables. Some people join the Navy. I don't understand what that is. I'm Army, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, all I know is I keep my TA-50 clean and I'll be ready to go.
Look, within 8 hours.
Yes.
Within 8 hours.
Hey, so shout out to so Uncle Fulio, we a couple of days ago we started a fantasy football channel.
Okay.
Right. And so I wanted to send you an invite to get you part of that, man. Part of that is my fault because I have so many things going on, bro. And I'm a slacker when it comes,
Juggling balls. Juggling balls.
Yeah, pause. Yeah,
really though.
but yeah, so I wanted to get some of your insight on that. You know what I'm saying? See if you're able to contribute when you can. Because I have, even though it's I'm gonna talk about the Knicks stuff tonight about the Knicks Pistons game and summer league team and these rookies and things of that sort. But I also wanted to let you know that it's a shame before the Lord that the New York Giants have 32nd ranked offensive line in football and have Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones.
It's very bad, but I think we'll be much better this season, though.
I agree.
Way better.
I agree. Way better.
So the 32nd rank is not based on last year, bro. It's a projection for this season.
Yeah, they're wrong. Their projection is flat out wrong.
Bro, they're the experts.
I agree, Josh.
Bro. They're the experts.
No, they're not. No. This is what we're not going to do right now, right? This is what
somebody told me hope is not a plan.
You're right. Hope is not a strategy. Those are the words. Hope is not a strategy, right? But what I'm going to tell you right now, all these naysayers that we got out here, they're spouting that propaganda to benefit themselves, right? The Giants know what time it is, baby. And we're going to show and prove once you step on the field. That's all it is. Let's just say get used to hearing the New York Giants are number one in the NFC East. Let's get used to hearing that, right? I'm speaking into existence right now. So for all those people that's in the dial right now, all those that want to believe that something else is going to transpire, I'm here to tell you, New York Giants coming back this year, baby. I'm telling
Easy
you.
day.
Listen,
100%.
a walk in the park. That's what it is. That's a walk in the park, Freezy. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, look, for anybody that says anything different, tell them come holler at me. Tell them come holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
People coming to holler at you then, bro.
I got all the time in the look. I'm retired. I got all the time in the world, baby. Come holler at me.
So I just wanted to throw that out there for those that didn't know, and then I'll probably put a link in the chat some point tonight because we're gonna have what we'll do is break this up into segments. So we're gonna do the pregame, then the watch along, and then the Knicks at Night podcast, and there'll be 3 different joints, so it'll be more palatable for people that watch it and on replay. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be 3 different shows, but it'll be me. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody here hanging out. But let me start off with this. What do you guys expect from the Knicks Summer League team tonight? Yeah, I expect a perfect thing.
Go ahead, G-Man. Go ahead, Sergeant. You got it.
Well, I would just say I expect more of what happened in the last game. I hope. I expect for McBride to have a good game. It's going to be interesting with the Cade matchup. I'm interested to see how that works out. I think Sims is going to have a good game. But the person that I'm watching tonight, that I want to see if he can come through fruition and live up to the hype, per se, will be Grimes. That's what I'm looking at tonight. I've seen Cade. I've seen Sims. I know what Quickly and Obi going to do. I'm looking at Grimes and see if he can take that next step against legit competition. You know what I'm saying? That's on in the same stratosphere that he resides in right now.
Okay.
So for me, I'm as interested as always in watching McBride versus Cunningham. I think that matchup in college was epic. McBride definitely held his own in college against Cunningham. So I'm going to see more of that tonight at least the pro level, or at least the summer league before you hit the pro level. So I'm very, very excited about that. And then also, just like Sergeant G-Man said, Grimes, he got to start stepping it up. He's had good opportunities to start knocking some shots down. He made a few more last game than he did the first game. But now it's time for him to, kick it in third gear and let's get it going. So, that's what big things I'm looking to see tonight. And I want to see my man Jericho Sims continue to dominate and eat inside the paint because you're not moving Jericho Sims around. Straight up, point blank, you're not moving Jericho Sims around. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Wow. Okay. Hey, so what I expect to see tonight, man, and is this. I expect to see. Where's my camera? So what I expect to see is a little bit more of Miles McBride taking over the reins from Quickly to see what he can do with the offense. See if he can couple the great defense with the secondary scoring, and also see if he can get others involved. That's what I think his next thing is. Right. So I expect to see him get others involved tonight to see if he can carry the full workload of a full-time point guard. Right. And I'm not saying that he'll be successful at it. Because this is what Summer League is for, to get as close to a player's limits as possible. You know what I'm saying? See what new things that they can be successful at, and expose them to new things, so that they can learn from their deficiencies.
We're in the middle of our boarding process.
Right.
G-Man, that ain't you, is it? You flying to Atlanta?
Brother, no. I'm going one place, and you know where that one place is. I'm not going any place else but Tampa. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing else.
Right.
Nothing else. I've been away from home for too long, brother. I need to get back to my man cave. It's missing me. It's called. I hear it calling me right now.
Right. No doubt. I'm with you. No doubt. So I want to see that from McBride. I want to see McBride be able to. I want them to. And listen, I'm not talking about stress the kid out to the point where you break them. Right. What I'm talking about is give him a little bit more responsibility and see what he can handle. And then that way the coaches will understand what it is, what his limits are right now, and what they need to build upon. Let him play through some mistakes if he makes them. If he makes them, right? And then see how he can bounce back from that. See how he learns from the mistakes that he made, and see if he can do that in real time. You know what I'm saying? because we're all different, and when things are happen in real time, right? I'll give you an example. So I graduated from a small high school, right? I went to a huge high school, right? But I graduated from a small one. I actually attended 4 different high schools during my high school years, right? And so I went from, hanging out with a dude who later became Akon, right? In the cafeteria, laughing and joking about being popular one day. And then, wound up graduating from a small high school in a teeny town, And when I left and did stuff like college in the military, I got stretched to a certain limit. And I didn't know what my limits were until somebody actually put me in a situation where I was tested to find out what I had inside myself. Well, I excelled at some stuff and I failed at some stuff, but I learned that was the key thing. Right. And so with these young guys, that's what I want to see, especially. So I want to see what happens when Jericho Sims goes up against a team with several good bigs. Will he be able to shoot 100% from the floor when he's matched up with somebody with his athletic ability, if they have somebody like that? Or will he score at that clip? Will he be that efficient if he's given volume of shots as opposed to taking advantage of certain opportunities? Can he score like – oh, go ahead, man.
Well, no, I was just going to say for Jericho Sims especially, like he doesn't really have any type of offensive game. His offensive buckets come off of rebounds and his ability to get back up putbacks. That's his ability right there.
Right.
So anything else that he gives us on the offensive end, as of right now, is a plus because his offensive game is still very raw. He really doesn't have any post-up moves or anything like that. So I hear what you're saying, and I know it's definitely an evolving process. But during summer league, I'm not expecting to see any of that. If I do, cool. That's even better for us. But, I expect that to start coming along, later this season and perhaps next season as he starts to refine his game a little bit more. Right.
No doubt. I'm with you on that. What I'm saying is this. He hadn't showed us any offensive game. But I don't know if it's not there. Is it a situation like Mitch who claims to have an offensive game, but you never see it on an NBA floor?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm alluding to a little bit. Are the coaches putting a cap on what it is that he can do? I doubt it. It's only been like 2 weeks. He's only been a Knick for like 2 weeks. So, Uncle
Freezy, like honestly, people that say that the coaches are putting a cap on what people can do, to me, I just don't believe that's the case with any situation, really. Because I feel like if you're a baller and you can score and you can do a lot of different things on the floor, it's gonna happen. No coach is gonna just take that away from you. Like all that stuff is gonna happen naturally on the floor. So the same thing goes with RJ. When people were saying that last season, well, Tibbs is putting a cap on RJ, not allowing RJ to go off. If you got it, you got it. And you're going to show it on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't believe into that, hype about coaches putting caps on players, preventing them from letting their game shine. I think all that stuff happens on the floor. That's where it gets worked out.
Right. And I believe you too. What people don't understand in that situation is coaches have jobs and are under contract also. Coaches can get fired like players can get cut. And you think a coach is going to risk, losing their job by hindering somebody's upside? No.
Exactly.
Nah. You know what I mean? So it's one of them deals like I'm with you on that, but there is a narrative out there, and I think a lot of people believe in the other direction. But my stance is this. I think when it comes to showcasing talent, I believe people will showcase talent in order to be successful, and not tamp it down. You know what I'm saying, for the sake of safety.
I think that'd be crazy not to do that. To your point, that the coach and the front office, the executive staff, the organization is only good when the team's good, right? So when you're not good, there comes contradiction, there comes criticism, and people trying to figure out what the problem is, what we can fix to make us better. So to Josh's point, I believe that at a certain point, if a person is good in the current system, they get burned. The other people, they have to have buy-in in that system, right? So whatever you did, wherever you came from, you may have been great in that, in whatever organization the system that was, but you got to be great in this system. at the end of the day.
Yep. I agree with that 100%. He had everything around the nose.
Right. I feel you too. I feel you. So what things are you looking for us to iron out in Summer League?
Well, basically, to me, Summer League is just all the kids and all the people trying to make the team, just getting them on solid footing, getting comfortable, running offense, running NBA sets that perhaps they may have never ran, even in some colleges to run, NBA offensive and defensive sets. In college, you see a lot of zone. In the NBA, you're going to see a lot of man coverage. Teams don't run zone like that. It's actually a lost art, to be honest with you. And what's crazy is the teams that do run zone or some sort of combo coverage, they tend to be more successful and have coaches that, implement that stuff to try to throw a team off. You know what I'm saying? Right. So really, I just want to see everyone get on solid footing. We're watching the emergence of Obi Toppin now. Obi Toppin now is becoming way more comfortable than what he was last season. It took him to game 40 or 50 to get comfortable and then start making some plays. Right. Now Obi Toppin's doing that out the gate. So I'm looking forward to him starting the season off with that same confidence that he lacked the first 40 games of last season. Same with Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly actually started off really, really hot. And then he had some times during the season where he, didn't play as well. So, those two guys coming back, and then you got the rookies all just trying to find their place in the NBA, find their spots. And we'll see how all that stuff translates to the regular season. But that's what I'm looking to see from this Summer League for the team.
Okay. So go ahead, G-Man.
No, I was going to say, I just want to see, well, we're not going to see totally. I just want the youngins, that's what I'm going to call them, the youngins. I want to see them get accustomed to playing NBA basketball, right? They're coming straight out of college. I want to see them get comfortable and gain that confidence in their skill set, and then know what they need to do to develop into whatever position they're playing in, right? Take cues from the vets that's out there. Learn as in the Summer League before we transition to training camp. That's what I'm looking for those guys. I have no expectations whatsoever, but I say that, and then I'm going to contradict myself real quick, right? But I need to see more from Grimes. McBride and Sims, I'm good with. I just need to see a little bit more from McBride.
So what do you need to see from Grimes?
Right. Listen, so I need for him to be productive, because right now, what he has done in the last couple of games, he just hadn't lived up to the hype. Now, he may have been overhyped coming out of college or whatever the case may be, but the point is we drafted him where we drafted him at, right? With an expectation for him to produce. He's not producing right now. That's all I'm saying.
I just think it's way too early to be judging a player off a couple Summer League games. I mean, listen.
I agree. I agree.
It takes a long time. Everyone talks about letting it cook. Let the Knicks, this tired of this microwave era. Everyone wants stuff so fast. You know what I'm saying? Let's give the kids the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he was drafted 25th overall. It wasn't like he was drafted first overall or in the top 5 or the top 10. He was drafted 25th overall. So, I do think he's a very, very talented basketball player. He still is trying to figure out things and come into his own and stuff like that. Just like his first year at Kansas, he didn't do that well. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that well. It took him a while. He had to, transfer over to a different program, and that's how his game started to develop a little bit. So it's the same thing over and over. It's like driving stick shift. You know what I'm saying? Your car has to rev down before it can rev back up again. So, I don't expect Grimes to give us all this productivity. It'll be nice, but let's just get him out there to play, get his feet wet. And then when the real coaches get to him, Thibodeau and Kenny Payne and all those guys, when they get to him, let's see what he's going to do during the regular season.
I agree. Hold on. I agree 100% because what Josh just said is the same thing I said about Obi. The same exact thing. So I'm with you 100%.
So I learned how to drive a stick shift, and this will probably make y'all laugh, but I learned how to drive a stick shift on what they call a deuce and a half. Anybody know what a deuce and a half is?
Stop the madness, Reezy. Stop the madness.
So I heard deuce and a quarter. I never heard deuce and a half.
No, that's because I'm Army. That's why it's okay. So a deuce and a half is a 2.5 ton truck, right? And so I learned how to drive it. I'm not gonna say the location of it because it ain't important, but basically in the desert on flat floor, right? Flat desert floor. I ain't gonna get into all but it was flat as far as that I can see, right? And so I could get out there and drive the dog out that deuce and a half. You know what I'm saying? And so I would say, Sarge would be like, Uncle Freezy, man, we're gonna be out here for like the next, in this area for the next 3 weeks, man. We want you to learn how to do some stuff. Learning how to drive the deuce and a half is something that we need. And I was like, wait a minute, are you telling me that I can drive this deuce and a half day and night? He's like, yeah, but don't tear it up. That's my only thing. Keep gas in it. Be rock steady, roll ready with it. Meaning PMCS it and have gas in it, all the time. But aside from that, that's yours. And that's why I learned how to drive a stick. So when you said that just now, it kind of brought back this weird memory to me. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
That's funny. That's funny for sure.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Because when you're deuce and a half in the motor pool, you can't drive them in the city. I mean, on posts like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I get what you're saying. And to that point, like learning how to drive a stick shift, somebody said, hey, man, listen, I'm giving you carte blanche to learn how to do this in this specific setting, because other settings, we can't give you carte blanche to learn on the fly. You know what I'm saying? So to your point, the Summer League is the place where you get to try these new skills out and enhance these new skills and learn how to do new things. You know what I'm saying? Because, when we get to other places, the learning environment is not going to be the same. You know what I mean? And so the thing with Obi, I'll say this, the thing with Obi is, getting back to the Obi point is the thing I'm impressed with the most is the mere fact that Obi is rebounding the ball at a high clip. Last season, he did not rebound the ball. He averaged 4 points a game, 2 rebounds for a power forward that played 11 minutes a game. And so you're like, yo, if you're a power forward, why are you only averaging 2 rebounds a game if you can jump? Is that a want-to thing? Is that, what is it? If you 6'9", it can jump, you're a physical specimen. Wouldn't that lend itself to you being able to rebound the basketball? Is it that you're shooting too much? Is it, you're not tough enough? You're not mixing it up? What is it? So the last game we see Obi score 17 points and grab 11 rebounds. And I know it's only Summer League, but those are one of the things that I wanted to see Obi try. I don't care nothing about his 3-pointer. I don't. What I want to see is Obi use his physical gifts and create mismatches against other teams. That's what I'd like to see. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Obi trying to take Kevin Durant off the dribble. I don't care for stuff like that. What I want to see is if Kevin Durant and Obi are on the boards, I'd like to see Obi grab that rebound over Kevin Durant. How about that? That's what I prefer. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Obi is addressing that as Summer League is impressive to me.
That's fair enough. We've seen RJ Barrett take a step in the right direction last season. So, I mean, listen, I think it's going to happen. There's going to be some lapses from some of these players, but, as time goes on, the coaches are going to get with these players and, they're going to get better. I expect Obi to be better this particular season. Instead of him playing 11 minutes a game, I expect that to go up to at least 17. We definitely need him to at least do that to get Julius Randle off the floor.
Did you say 17? You said 17 minutes, bro.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I definitely don't see why not. If he's able to score, knock down shots, and give us 10 points, I don't see why he can't play 17 minutes a game.
10 points from Obi?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
You don't think so?
It's coming. It's coming. Just sit and watch. As my granddad used to say, hide and watch. It's coming.
Wow. Y'all think Obi topping? Wow.
I think it's definitely possible. I don't see why not. Up his minutes a little bit, get Randall out the game. I don't see Obi with his improved 3-point shot. He's definitely shooting the ball much better, and he's definitely being more confident, attacking the rim a little bit more, just being real decisive with the basketball. So, yeah, I definitely can see that. I'm not going to guarantee it. I'm not going to. This is summer league that they're playing against, but at the same time, the potential is definitely there. Last season, we all thought he had no chance in heck to do that, but now I think it's definitely on the table.
Wow, Obi Toppin, 17 minutes a game. All right, so that blows me away because I was thinking maybe Obi Toppin maybe 13, 14 minutes a game and more production. Like do stuff like make your presence felt in a couple more minutes.
I think that the key thing will be, to your point, making your presence felt, right? Regardless of how many minutes he plays, we just want those minutes to be effective. So when you're in the game, you're grabbing more boards, you're scoring more points, you're just contributing more at the end of the day.
I can see that. Minty Sports, what's good?
What's going on?
How you been, bro?
I've been good. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, no doubt.
Salute,
I saw you jumping in and out, man. I was hoping that we didn't have a system type issue, man. So what are you expecting from? So what are you expecting from the summer league game tonight?
I'm honestly not as worried about the rookies anymore, like Quentin Grimes, Sims, McBride. I'm more kind of focused on seeing Quickly and Obi Toppin, because I think they're probably going to make a pretty big impact on this season. If they can get it together this season, I know they're playing pretty well for the Summer League. I think if they get it together during the season and they really play to their full potential, I think the New York Knicks have Eastern Conference Finals team right there, because they have a potential. I mean, the starting unit's definitely solid. But if we have backups, who's really going to guard Emmanuel Quickly, Alec Burks, Toppin, Noel? I think that's a pretty solid backup unit, and also Rose. So I just want to see those guys improve.
Okay. I think I can rock with you on that in terms of the roster depth. My as far as the Eastern Conference Finals goes, that's my ceiling for this team. I think I don't know if this team is ready to. I don't think we have a guy that once the playoffs get here and there's TNT and there's bright lights and ABC 8:00 game on Sundays. I don't know if we have a guy that can take us to that next level, unless RJ takes a step or Randall takes a step. But now what I will say is, oh, go ahead, Josh.
No, I was going to say, this is a huge season for RJ Barrett. Huge. If RJ Barrett can turn into that dude where we can give him the ball and say, yo, go get us a bucket, man. Because that's what I've been hoping. I've been wanting RJ to do this for the longest period of time. Last season, everyone knew what the Knicks game plan was at the end of the game. Give the ball to Randall, get the hell out the way.
Right.
But I felt like if the Knicks didn't give RJ some opportunities to knock some shots down at the end of the game to get us a bucket, we'll be in much better shape because then you don't have to depend on Randall as much. But what did we see? RJ turning the ball over a lot of times. He did knock down some key 3-pointers to either extend the lead or stuff like that. But if RJ Barrett can turn into that dude, this Knicks team is we at that level where we thinking about top 4. 4 teams left in the Eastern Conference. So Eastern Conference Finals. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. I Duke, you got any thoughts on that? No.
Yeah. Well, you said me?
Duke?
Oh, you could hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
All right, what's good? Yeah, I'm not home, that's why. But I don't know about Eastern Conference Finals. I don't even know if we can make it past the first round right now because there's a lot more tough teams than us. So I'm not gonna say all that, but I think we could definitely fight with team. And as far as the RJ part that Josh was just saying, it's gonna be tough for now because they do got Kemba and Fournier, so he got to take a little step back unless they play him more on the ball. So that's what I'm hoping for. They got to let him facilitate a little bit more because that's what he's actually good at that people actually underrate. they gotta let him handle the offense a little bit more with Randall, and I hope Kemba takes more of a playmaking job than scoring, because that's what we need for the team from him. We don't really need too much scoring from him. We got Fournier ready to do that. So I think we'll be fine. But I just read that Jericho Sims is not playing today. They said he's staying out for rest, and Vildoza is injured again, so he's not gonna play either.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So can I respond to that comment about RJ? So
Right.
the thing okay, playmaking. You mentioned playmaking about RJ Barrett. I do agree. I do think he's an underrated playmaker, right? And I came at him plenty of times for his lack of ability in that area last season. But don't you think in order for RJ Barrett to take his playmaking to the next level that he has to be a threat to get you a bucket? Don't you think that would help him in that aspect? So yes, I mean, in the game, being the guy that that you can go to get a bucket, it's not only him just putting the ball in the hole, but it's his ability to for the Knicks to run plays through him, through RJ Barrett. And right now he's just not at that level yet. RJ Barrett is a complimentary player at best right now. That's what he is. And I'm not saying it because I hate him. I love RJ Barrett. He's one of us. He's our baby. He's our baby boy. But at the same time, RJ, if we want to hold you in a high account, you got drafted number 3 overall. This is your 3rd season in the NBA. I get that you're 21 years old. This is what the Knicks are going to need him to do to go to the next level. Plain and simple. I mean, I like what he does as a role player right now. But that's my expectations for RJ Barrett. Call it fair or not, but that's what I want to see from RJ.
Right. So Minty Sports, I don't know if you know who the biggest RJ Barrett fan on the planet is, but I can help you answer that question.
Just look at the screen.
It's Uncle Freezy. All right. And so I started this journey, and this is for everybody. So I started this journey years ago when I used to be at the hospital with my brother who's in the hospital, right? And I ain't gonna tell the whole story again, but I used to be in my and I used to go down to the parking garage of the hospital and sit in my truck. It'd be dark, and I'll be searching YouTube, and I saw this dude named Sam Russell. He was doing this thing, nothing but Knicks. I was like, nothing but Knicks. What? This is right up my alley, right here. And it was all new, and you could tell he was nervous a little bit. He was like a duck on the pond, like working all this stuff. Like he was all cool on the screen, but you could tell this dude was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? And I talked to him about that, years later or whatever. And I remember coming on his show, and we were like, yo, man, Courtney Lee missing these shots, man. We need to upgrade. Joakim Noah, if he stay healthy. I was like, nah, bro. I just bust on the show. I was like, hey, Mr. Simeon, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Simeon, listen. Scrap all this stuff you talking about. Trade Joakim Noah and tank for RJ Barrett. And I remember the dudes on his show was like, who is this dude sitting in the dark, mysterious man? And who in the world is RJ Barrett? Right? And so I was like, nah, bro, listen. RJ Barrett is not the best athlete. He ain't the best shooter. He ain't the best this and that. But he has a iron will that's made for New York City. And people are like, well, he don't have a 45-inch vertical. I don't want him. If he don't shoot 60% from 3, I don't want him. High school kids. I was like, bro, listen. This kid, he picks up a skill every year. Every year he comes back to the table with a skill, right? And this dude is dominating y'all high school kids right now. He's from Canada. And he's like, oh my goodness, he's going to be Andrew Wiggins. Nah, bro, he ain't going to be Andrew Wiggins, bro. He ain't Andrew Wiggins. And I said all of that to say this. I said all that to say this, y'all. I think RJ Barrett is on path to be one of the great wings in this league, and data supports it. Data supports what I'm saying. His first 2 years in the league, RJ Barrett is just as good or better than any wing in this league, aside from the outliers, aside from LeBron James, aside from Kevin Durant. But your Paul George, your Kawhi Leonard, your Devin Booker, your Zach LaVine, Your Bradley Beal, R.J. Barrett, after 2 years, is on a higher career trajectory than all those players that I mentioned outside of LeBron James and Kevin Durant. And I know this sounds like hyperbole, but I have numbers, and all of their numbers across the board, not just selected numbers, not just random stats, not just some random stat that he's the best at. Took all standard numbers and lined them up across the board against every all-star wing, except for the outliers, except for your Kevin Durant, except for your LeBron James, because those are generational talents. And we can all agree that R.J. Barrett is not a generational talent and don't project to be. But if you're talking about very good, when you look at Kawhi Leonard's numbers, R.J. Barrett is abolishing, just flat out murdering Kawhi Leonard's numbers. And people will say, well, Kawhi Leonard wasn't the man in his first 1, 2, or 3 years because he had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Paul George had Danny Green, Roy Hibbert, George Hill. And I'm telling you, the reason why R.J. Barrett's numbers are not better is because he's got dudes in front of him too, right? Your Julius Randles and your guys like that. And I know people will say, those guys, Julius Randle's not a championship guy. R.J. Barrett should be blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is, if you take his 19-year-old season and his 20-year-old season, in which this dude did not have continuity, right? His first season, in 2 seasons, R.J. Barrett has had 3 head coaches, right? This is the first season that he's going into a regular season with the same coach coming off playoff success. Other guys had continuity. So what I'm telling you is, as a Knicks fan, is don't expect R.J. Barrett to average 30 points a game, but a realistic number for R.J. Barrett in year 3 is 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists on 45% from the floor, 40% from 3, and 80% from the free throw line. And how I could do those, how I can project those numbers is this season, R.J. Barrett shot 44% from the floor, being a terrible finisher at the basket. He shot 44% from the floor. He shot 40% from 3, and he shot 73% from the free throw line. Now, the free throw line number is the one that he'll have to take a huge step. But if you go by what he shot in his rookie year, where he shot 61% from the free throw line, R.J. Barrett shot 73% in his sophomore year. So he went up 12 whole points from the free throw line. So if you cut that in half and say, well, that's crazy. Guys generally, R.J. Barrett ain't going to increase that number 12 more percent and shoot 85%. But if you give it a reasonable number, like 80%, I think that's what he can do. Does that mean R.J.'s a closer? No. Does that mean R.J. Barrett will contribute more to the offense and the success of offense? Yes. Plus, his playmaking is a dependent stat, right? Because you pass the ball to somebody, in order for it to be an assist, somebody's got to make a shot. And so R.J. Barrett has played with dudes like Elfrid Payton, Mo Harkless, Kevin Knox, Taj Gibson, Reggie Bullocks. This year, he has Evan Fournier's and Kemba Walker's. So to say that R.J. Barrett can take that next step is reasonable in a sense. Is he going to be the best shooting guard in the East? No way. Nobody's saying that. But will he be better? Will he take a Chris Middleton type step this year? I think so. And I think that's reasonable to expect.
Freezy, you forgot to mention one key stat about RJ from last season. Well, you didn't mention any stats, but you put up, all these numbers across the board. You want me to tell you a number that RJ is ahead, or a stat that RJ is ahead of all those players you mentioned in their first couple seasons in the NBA?
What's that?
Minutes. Yes. RJ Barrett, for the most part of last season, he was top 3, top 4 in the NBA in minutes per game. So RJ Barrett in his second year in the NBA, he's playing more than a lot of those players that you mentioned. So again, listen, I don't know the stats off the top of my head of all those other players that you mentioned. RJ Barrett is coming into his own. He's been playing really, really well. But at the same time, from what I see, if you look at the eye test, right, the Knicks do not depend on RJ Barrett to get them buckets at the end of games. They depend on him to be, last season to knock down some threes, to put the game out of reach and stuff like that. And RJ Barrett has improved in those categories. I'm not taking anything away from RJ Barrett. But what I'm talking about is where RJ Barrett is right now and how a lot of Knicks fans talk about him and talk about RJ Barrett like he's the next, Superman, when RJ Barrett is not the next Superman because the Knicks can't depend on him to go down there and knock out buckets. Can he get there one day? Absolutely. I'm not saying he can't. Absolutely. But, he's just not there yet. So that's the part where I want to see RJ Barrett take that next step. Because if RJ Barrett does not take that next step, and now we're just depending on Randall, then what do we really have? We just have one superstar with a bunch of, role players around them. And I think you need at least two in the NBA or two superstar performances or all-stars to win in this league. So that's what I'm talking about for the Knicks to take the next level.
I know what you're saying, but the difference is that all the other players that you were talking about, basically, like that we're thinking of, they were number one options on the team. But when you got Randall on your team, you can't really see everything from a player. So
Bradley Beal wasn't the number one option on his team the first 2 seasons. Neither was Kawhi Leonard.
He didn't take off. He didn't take off until a few years in. But that's not what I'm saying. Right. I'm saying that Randall, like Tibbs went with Randall isolating so much during the season that there was no other offensive style. So you didn't see RJ in those situations as much because he trusted in Randall way too much. And I can't blame him for that too much.
Well, Hadouken, this is why I disagree with you. This is why I disagree with you, though, because we were talking about this earlier. You can't blame the coach for a player not going out and getting his. If you a baller and you got it, you got it. No coach is gonna stop that side of you. I think Tibbs is the reason why RJ has improved to the level that he did. So, I mean, I just don't feel like it's fair to blame Tibbs for what RJ Barrett did not do.
I'm not blaming him for that. I'm just saying he doesn't have those opportunities like the other players do because Randall was literally the person that would dribble down for like 20 seconds. And then when he gave it to RJ, he would take the ball right back. He wouldn't even want to do a pick and roll and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's just because of Tibbs. I'm saying he had no other offensive way to do it, and that also had to do with talent. But he didn't go to RJ in that sense.
Yeah, we don't know if RJ was ready for those opportunities though. So I'm not sure how much you can put on Tibbs because we're not in the practice. We don't know if RJ's ready for that.
Nah, he's definitely killing people in practice. I'm not saying in that sense. He could definitely do it. They just in game they go to Randall because Tibbs went with if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's what we did during the whole entire season. So that's just what it is.
Now I think there were opportunities. You just I don't want to paint a broad stroke with it because there were opportunities. The Miami Heat game, Tibbs went to RJ Barrett down the stretch. And RJ Barrett didn't come through, right? And the ball, and if you watch the game, it was in and out. But you know what? At the end of the day, it was in, but it came out, so it counts as a miss.
Freezy, I just like the fact that he took it. Right. That's what. After the game, I didn't criticize RJ for not making the layup. He was guarded by Jimmy Butler. I was just happy at the fact that the Knicks gave the ball to somebody else other than Randall.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about with RJ. Can RJ be that dude to say, "Give me the ball, let me do this, let me set this up"? You know what I'm saying? 3rd year in the NBA, lead the NBA in minutes during his first 2 seasons. I think that's something we can expect from him because if you're going to play that amount of minutes during the game, you obviously killing people in practice. This isn't what he's doing in practice. I mean, we know he's playing. He's playing. He's getting major minutes. So the coaches obviously like him. So I don't think, anybody's in the way of RJ doing what he has to do. I don't think it's anything that the Knicks are doing that is in the way of what RJ is doing, not doing. I just feel like now it's time for him to show it now. The team is really his. If we're building around RJ, like we're saying, this is his team, right?
I'm not saying we building around RJ.
But that's the mentality from Knicks fans, though. When you talk to Knicks fans about RJ Barrett, it's like RJ Barrett's the future. RJ Barrett's the next Bernard King. I just read the chat. RJ Barrett's this. RJ Barrett's that. He can obviously get there. He has all the minutes. He has all the tools to his disposal now. Now there's more weapons on offense now. So that's what I'm saying. This is the season for RJ Barrett to have to break out, and that's what I want to see from him.
Right. And I would say to your point, just real quick, that all NBA minutes are not built the same, right? And not say because and God said, "Let there be light." Look at that. Okay,
and there was light.
And there was light, right? But what I'm saying is,
stop it.
Yeah. your minutes conversation is this, man. I think the Julius Randle minutes versus the RJ Barrett's minutes are different. So because Julius, it's like on our road march. Like when we road march, everybody's got their personal TA 50, right? And they have a job to do, check this side of the thing. But then you have another dude that's road marching, that's carrying, your heavy weaponry. He's walking the same distance, but he's carrying a different load. And so the thing is with Julius Randle is Julius Randle was carrying a different load than RJ Barrett. I understand what you're saying, because you're saying if you're on the floor, you have the opportunity. And I get that, and I'm with you. But I think in the terms of minutes, I think Julius Randle's workload and minutes are different than RJ's. RJ's minutes were more of an experience, get out here, do your little things, and you're out here because you can contribute a lot, but you're not the guy, right? Julius Randle, his minutes were like, yo, you playing a lot of minutes, and we want you to do everything on offense, even bring the ball up the floor 50% of the time, right? At 255 pounds, right? So it's like, so I get what you're saying about RJ. What I did want to say too, though, is RJ Barrett wasn't ready, and there's no harm in that.
Right.
It's rare that a second-year player can carry a franchise. It's rare. You're talking about Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan type player that could be a second-year player and carry a franchise. And even then, those guys were 22, 23 years old. RJ Barrett was 20. So our expectation is not for RJ Barrett to carry a franchise, but just to make incremental steps. Improve from year 1 to year 2 to year 3, and maybe 5th year in, maybe we can give you the keys to the franchise where you can carry this thing. Because even the young guys that are coming out now that are one and done to get in the league, and you see their playoff performances, they're not carrying the team. They're scorers. Like Donovan Mitchell is not locking down on defense and facilitating on offense, getting others involved. Donovan Mitchell is not hitting a bunch of clutch shots. But can he score? Yes. Jamal Murray.
What do you mean Donovan Mitchell is not hitting any clutch shots?
No.
What do you mean?
No. I mean, I'm talking about in terms of every night he's not going to hit the shot that's going to take his team to the next level. I know he's good. I'm not knocking Donovan Mitchell, but what I'm saying is his total impact is not there. As his total impact is not as impactful as his scoring, is what I'm getting at. Same thing with the Jamal Murray. Same thing with the Devin Booker's not locking down anybody. Damian Lillard's not playing defense. You know what I'm saying? He's not a total, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is allow RJ to go from, he just turned 21 2 months ago in June. So he's going to play his 21-year-old season as a young 21-year-old, right? He won't be 22 until after the season is over. So I'm saying just give this cat some time. He'll get there. What I would say is the other guys that we have on the team should be focused on improving also, so we don't have to depend on an RJ Barrett to take this team to the next level. But we have a group of guys, a core, that can get this team to the next level.
RJ Barrett is a part of that core. He's a major part of the core.
Yeah. So I get, and I understand what you're saying about Donovan Mitchell not hitting clutch shots, bro. But you don't want to have this debate with me. This is when you'll lose. So yeah, we'll move on. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Donovan Mitchell. Okay, so again, this is not about hitting clutch shots. I'm not talking about, the ability to hit clutch shots. I'm not talking about winning championships. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about being that dude who they give the ball to, who they trust to do that. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Comparing Donovan Mitchell to RJ Barrett or bringing Donovan Mitchell up in this type of conversation, Donovan Mitchell is way miles ahead of RJ Barrett in that aspect.
And
he was, and the aspect of the team trusts him, they give him the ball at the end of the game to go out and close.
Right.
The Knicks aren't doing that with RJ Barrett right now. And I'm not saying they can't and it won't happen, but right now, in this third season, at least like right now, that's not the case with RJ Barrett.
Interesting.
Okay.
That is interesting, bro. That is
To Josh's point, I believe I agree that RJ up until this point has not shown proof. We still expect for him to continue to evolve. He's not where we need for him to be yet, but I think that with the additions to the team that we have right now this year, that's going to aid him. But I'll be interested to see what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? There are no more excuses. You got a point guard. You got somebody for three. So I'm just saying, RJ, what's up? Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That's it. Ain't no disrespect. We on this side, RJ. We on your side, brother. We love you. I love you. I'm on your side. You know what I'm saying? This is tough love right here. You got to show up. Plain and simple. You got to show up.
Okay. I'm just saying, bro. I'm trying not to. Hey, G-Man. So Uncle Fulio is our brother, right? And I'm trying not to get into this thing where I can prove him wrong, since this is the first time he's been on the show in so long. I'm trying to be hospitable.
Are you handling Uncle Fulio with kid gloves, freezer? Is that what you doing?
No, I ain't trying to handle him at all. I'm trying, respect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put no handles on him because that's our brother.
No doubt,
right?
No doubt. All right.
But he is absolutely wrong about Donovan Mitchell and RJ Barrett, right? He's so wrong, I'm embarrassed, right? So here's I'm gonna show you a number, and I know who Duke and Sharon is always like, oh, he go with them numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just show a number right quick. I want y'all to bear with me, right? Just bear with me, right? I'm gonna show something, right? I know y'all can barely see these numbers, right? I'm gonna try to make these numbers bigger so that y'all can see what it is that I see, right? So Donovan Mitchell and his age. Oh, this stupid thing is in the way. There it is. So Donovan. Oh, geez, this website is so bananas. Let me shrink that down some. So Donovan Mitchell, and this thing just won't get out of the way. This banner. I'm trying to figure out how to move it out of the way. But anyway, this first line that you see is Donovan Mitchell's rookie season at age 21. Right? This is Donovan Mitchell's rookie season at age 21. Right? So RJ Barrett hadn't played his age 21 season yet. That soon come. RJ Barrett 21-year-old season soon come. Look at the number of field goal attempts, 17.2. Look at his field goal percentage, 43.7. RJ Barrett already beat that. RJ Barrett shot 44% from the floor in his age 20 season. Okay? Look at Donovan Mitchell's three-point percentage, 34%. RJ Barrett already obliterated that in his age 20 season, right? Because RJ Barrett shot 40% from three. The only thing that this guy beats RJ Barrett at is free throw percentage.
So you comparing a second year player to a rookie?
No, I'm comparing a 21-year-old guy that had numerous years in college to a one and done guy that went to a lottery team that was dysfunctional.
That's such a flawed argument, Freezy. That is a flawed, completely flawed. Because you're using. Hold on, wait a minute. You're using the narrative of age, what their ages were, to fuel your argument. I'm talking about years in the NBA. First, it went from first and second year in the NBA to now the age. Now you're going to use that as a part of your argument. That's flawed logic.
Because Donovan Mitchell didn't play in the NBA at age 19. He was a pimple-faced kid at Louisville at age 19.
Right, but you're using the age argument. That's what I'm saying. This isn't about age. This is about third year in the NBA. That's what RJ Barrett is. Because at age 20, RJ Barrett was playing 44 minutes in the NBA for at least majority of the season.
Bro, so what you want to do is go by Donovan Mitchell's third year versus RJ, or let's go by second year, because RJ Barrett hadn't played a third year yet.
Okay.
Would you say that's fair? Would you say that's fair?
Second year, yes. That would be
okay. So in Donovan Mitchell's second year in the NBA, he shot worse from the floor. He actually shot 43.2% from the floor. RJ Barrett shot 44%. Donovan Mitchell shot 36.2% from three, which is league average, right? RJ Barrett shot 40% from three, right? My man shot 80.6% from the free throw line, right? That's better than RJ Barrett. We won't dispute that. He's 7 percentage points higher than RJ Barrett. And in his second year, he averaged 23.8 points per game. RJ Barrett averaged 17.6.
How many minutes?
And so he played 33.7 minutes.
RJ shatters that by at least 10 minutes. More per game.
By 2 minutes. I think RJ Barrett played 35 minutes a game. And that number was at 40, but down the stretch of the season, RJ Barrett, Tibbs took him out. He wasn't playing some fourth quarter, so his minutes went down. He decreased his minutes. But listen, I understand what you're saying about his minutes, though. I do, because he played RJ Barrett till his tongue was hanging out, bro. So I get what you're saying, right? But the only difference between Donovan Mitchell, the reason why Donovan Mitchell's numbers scoring is more impressive is the dude took 20 shots a game. He took 19.9 shots a game. RJ Barrett didn't. And RJ Barrett was more effective from the floor. If you look at the effective field goal percentage, RJ Barrett's numbers are better than Donovan Mitchell in his second year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that RJ Barrett is a better player, but what I'm saying is that if you look at career trajectory, we can't say that RJ Barrett can't take this next step when we see other young wing players do take that next step, is what I'm saying. I'm saying
he can take it. He can take the next step. I'm just saying take it. That's all I'm saying. Take it. I'm not saying he can't take it. I just want him to take it. That's it.
Right. Now I'm with you. And so Uncle Fulio, you know, every time somebody say RJ Barrett name, you know I get touchy. But I don't know why I get so touchy every time I hear RJ Barrett name. I feel like I gotta come to his defense every time, right? And because the points you were making were great, right? But the thing is I feel like RJ Barrett, our guy, can take this next step into stardom, right? But it's a process. He's got to fail. He's got to try and fail before he tries and succeeds, right? It happens. It's how things go, you know. AD, what's good?
Gentlemen, what's going on? Knicks family, peace to the chat. What's going on, Freezy?
Hey, man, how you doing?
My guy.
What's going on, my guy, Unc Fulio? What's going on?
Hey,
Freezy,
man, you know how it is, man.
I came in, you know, I was listening. I got on late, and you know, I was so amped up to get some smoke with Fulio. But Freezy, why do you do this to us, Freezy?
What are you talking about?
I gotta ask you something. When you are watching players, do you trust your eyes, or do you watch after the game and look at the stats?
What?
I'm asking, do you trust your eyes when you're watching the player, or do you go away from that and look at his stats after the game?
No, I watch the game, bro.
Okay.
And I take notes. And I have a pad out. And I have my phone out watching the box score at the same time.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to whip all that up.
And I watch it from I don't watch it as a fan. I watch it from a coach's perspective. I don't want to do that. And then so because the fan thing is what it is.
I'm gonna need you to get some new assistant coaches with you. Rip up your pad, the iPad, and all of that. Okay, because here's the point. Well, this is the reason why I asked you that. When you're going to compare RJ to Donovan Mitchell, who's an all-star, okay, borderline all NBA player, when you're comparing them in their threes, I just have to ask you one question. Can RJ hit step-back threes, or is RJ a catch-and-shoot, wait in the corner type of a three-point shooter? The answer is the latter. Can RJ take you off the dribble the last time we saw him like Donovan Mitchell? No. You can't compare. And I'm not saying that RJ can't get there, right? I'm not saying that because I understand we home team and we love the Knicks, but we got to be real here. You cannot compare RJ Barrett today. Last year, until he does it, you cannot compare that man with a budding superstar that's in Utah. And I'm as Knicks fan as anybody else here. That is just crazy, Freezy.
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. I have no. Hey, AD, let me do this, right? Because we're doing this thing in a segmented way, and so what I want to do is wrap up this pregame joint, right? And
okay.
I know it don't make sense, right? But it'll make sense for people that watch the replays. What I'm gonna do is end this one here. I'm gonna restart the next one, right? And then what I want you, I'm gonna supply the link. I want y'all to jump right back in. Can we do that? That's not a hassle, is it?
Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna need Julio to take off that Giant shirt because he's killing me right now.
I have uncooked beef. I have uncooked beef with Uncle Julio because he dragged me into a place that I didn't want to go.
Then we got already uncooked beef because I don't understand how do you do these things. And you drive me crazy with these arguments because we're so pro Knicks. This is crazy. But go ahead. So you want us to hang up and then get back in?
Yep. That's okay. Exactly what I'm about to do. Thank you everybody for watching the pregame Megamix. So we're gonna start the watch along stream. I'll be calling the game. We're just gonna watch it together. And then after that, we're going to do the Knicks at Night podcast. So we're going to be on for a very, very long time. But for the sake of for people that watch it on replay, it'll be more palatable for y'all to watch. Hey, everybody, I'm about to crank it up right now. I'm going to piece y'all up. Y'all come back over to the other joint. I'll see y'all in a few seconds. All right. Hey.